insizwa ayizwi pain.
So you are so strong, you're strong under your foot.
Yeah. That part of your foot, that mukenke part, it becomes so thick that it becomes like the soul of or the yeah.
That's actually where they got the template for the Air Force Ones.
From SHAKA.
Bro, all of you on SHAKA are cut, ripped, like
Not all, Bella.
even the one. Yeah, no, have you ever seen a tough cover in your life? That man had it. So on the last Black Panther movie, Lupita, I forgot her character name. Lupita takes Black Panther's sister to go meet their son.
Black Panther and Lupita's son.
Yes.
So he left the son. So
Every black man gets a son.
Inkosi yakwaSicima uDingidingi wakhulisa uShaya, wafundisa uShaya amaqhinga wokulwa, kodwa hayi ngemikhonto, hayi ngenqindi, ngempama. Inkosi yakwaSicima benethemba kuShaya ngendlela ashaya ngayo. Impama, isicima.
Shaya, Pama, ngishaya ngathi akolotha hayi ngathi umtswana. Nyambas.
Umama washo ukuthi ngiyoba inkosi yokushaya. Impama.
Sibone ke mfana. Insizwa shaya impama ngani? Shaya. Abona ke mfana wami. Insizwa ishaya impama ngani? Beka. Insizwa.
I'm from Champagne.
Hey, sukuma ngamadolo.
Kwafika isikhathi lapho uShaya ezokhona ukuphumelela ngokushaya.
Prashakas. Nyombos. Makeba.
Krotman, baby part. Nag jalimpu.
Hard. Yeah. Noch one net mal meshaka kimotswana. Tsetsa mazulu. Ki stepfather
Hey. Lalela, igama lami lamampela umuzi wakhe. So umuzi wakhe, his house, king of the, yabo. Mina nawe boss Shaka Light.
Ngisondezeni umkhondo wami. Usibulala lezi insizwa.
Limpopo that way. Limpopo. No.
Robo Pops, awubiza ama-cheese girl nama-cheese boy da. We
Motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, now my LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story. Petting on my guest, and nice and moy. You and my bundles, not of joy. Said it's some pop pops and robot boys. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call the world like friends like these. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call the world like friends like these.
Popcorn and cheese, episode 28.
You know that? You know.
Today we're starting properly.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that
you
guy.
See those arms? Did you understand episode?
2 tiles moved under me.
Do you know the thing on Fantastic Four? The cousin.
Oh, the rock.
Just does the
thing.
thing.
That guy looks like he does his own sound effects while he's gymming. What's right?
Guys. Yo, but on that note, congratulations, dog. You came third in that competition. What was it?
Yes. He was doing a bodybuilding thing called Kiani.
It wasn't Kian. Where was it? Mpumalanga. What's the name of the competition? What's the name of the competition? Bodybuilding IFBB. Congratulations for coming third, dog. Podium boys. Next time you must be first.
That means Josto's only afraid of 2 others Goras in this country.
Imagine.
Hey, it takes a lot to get there, bro. It takes a lot to. But like Josta was speaking to him, I was like, dog, how do you get this? Like, I eat liver.
Hashem and Esbind.
This man eats cow liver while the cow is living.
What?
Serious.
It's cow liver while the cow is living.
While the cow is living. During the slaughtering. It's a sharpest pan. Talking about pandas, ladies and gentlemen. Mamela, babugegi, abo cheese girl, nabo cheese boy, ama cheese girl. Namhlanje. Sihlele nayo inkosi.
Royalty.
We are in the presence of royalty. Umakeba. Izinja Seke. Warrior of the Zulu nation. Before we introduce him though, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this time to acknowledge one such person who's always in the shadows. You know, he spends a lot of time in the shadows. He never comes into the light. That's why sometimes he's so dusty. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Leboa home. Please put your hands together. Make some noise. Give it up for the Beyonce of popcorn and cheese. The one and only Titi
Turmeric, the Papere.
Yeah. Shapa.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in the co-pilot seat, rocking an outfit that looks like a highlighter. Please put your digital hands together. Give it up for the person who personifies what Flavortron looks like on the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, when he's not red, he's orange. When he's not orange, he's green. Green means go. Go get it, Mofire. Let's hear it for the one and only Robot Boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the leadership has said, who runs the ship and steers the ship, green means go, but red means stop. Stop right there and appreciate the face of the yellow bones, captain of the trims and the hairstyles. Ladies and gentlemen, the one who steers the ship, Mpa Pops Morikwane.
And namhlanje ke ngiyazi becomplaina kuma comments ukuthi hey la ukukhuluma isiTswana neSpedi sikhuluma isiZulu namhlanje ngoba namhlanje sihlele nenkosi
dog.
namhlanje sihlele noNyombozi uMageba izinja zegame esigqoka iphandla esigwazana nemikhonto.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thespian, actor, legend,
come on,
half man, half amazing,
thrifter,
the reincarnation
Swagster
of Henry Cele.
Hey.
Please put your digital hands together. Help us welcome the one and only, the real SHAKA!
Sana Banana, South Africa.
This is the first time. It's the first time Shaka's been on a podcast. That's the real Shaka. Have you been on a podcast? It's never been. Oh yeah.
They didn't have podcasts back then.
Ladies
what I'm
and
trying to say.
gentlemen, please give it up for our guest today, Lemogang.
Lemogang.
Tsipa!
Yebo, shout out. Yebo, we invented that song.
Ah,
Tsipa.
ay, wena.
I'm sure you got those a lot, ne?
No, definitely. We it's Tarzan, phela.
Sakazelo. Tsipa.
No, not Tsipa. Our pops.
Imi uLemogang.
But first, it's my chance.
That's crazy. What's going on, King?
So does anyone
Nah,
still
good.
use your name to call you?
No. I must change it at Home Affairs now.
Please, eh?
Yeah,
You are Shaka.
officially.
It is done.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's
Like, we had an episode where we spoke about people not knowing how to differentiate the character to the real life.
Yeah.
About even me, it's hard if you are Shaka, dog.
yeah, no. It's like the Karabo Morocas, the Check Mabasos. It's one of those.
Bruh, we see Karabo and Jack. You are
Shaka.
I only learned Henry Keller's name when he died. They were like, Henry Keller passed away. What? Shark. Oh.
I didn't even know who Henry Cele was.
Till now.
This is Henry.
Hey, I'm in there.
Dog, you are Shaka, dog. Like,
Yeah.
and for me, oh, before we even get there, bro, please look into the camera because we've got Cheese Gang
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, boy.
who are watching, who might not know who you are.
Who Limo is. They know who Shaka is,
Yeah.
Yes.
but they don't know who Limo is.
So please tell us who you are and what it is that you do.
Igama lami uLemogang wakaTsipa. Ngiya-actor. Sometimes ngiyacula. Amen.
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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I don't know
Jesus.
what to say about myself. Like
Unocula, dog.
sometimes in my notes, I recorded like a few songs though, like 100, but I'm gonna drop it.
100. This dude said a few, he said 100.
A few songs, you were like,
100.
This new age Shaka is too much. Yo.
No, fella, people have catalogs out there. I'm trying to build mine, so yeah. We're on a Tsipa. We're gonna start dropping soon.
And are any of them like, is it Skatamia? Oh,
Conga way. There's some that are influenced, but I'm trying to go for kind of like popish radio play sounds for international markets. Not to say that music isn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just kind of closer to the hip hop sounds, closer to the R&B, Afro beats, like yeah.
Radio
But
play is
acting
dope.
is your
Yeah,
it's
it's been the first lady for a while, but this is wife number 2.
bro, I just want to know,
That's
like,
dope.
has it ever crossed your mind in your acting career, right? Because when did you discover you wanted to act?
I think when it dawned on me that it's a career move was in high school, but since pre-primary school, we used to do nativity plays, Asontoeni. Yeah, I was
Standard.
I don't know if you've seen the
Were you playing Jesus?
No, the Shepherd. You
Oh.
never saw that production.
No.
But we watch Shaka.
At least now.
I thought
You used to play one of the sheep.
I thought you played Jesus. Not the sheep.
Oh,
Because he's playing every big role. You should have just played Jesus. dog.
he was still coming up, dog. He was still coming
So
up.
baby Jesus.
So he started as the
I
shepherd.
started and then worked my way.
So in high school, that's what plays did you do in high school?
High school, we did it was always improv stuff on stage, but the main play that we did was a play called Christian, where I played the villain or Apollyon, who symbolized kind of the devil on earth or whatever. Yeah. I killed
so-
it.
so
I made it to the Zululand Observer. That's a big paper in Impangeni, where I'm from.
Oh, that's dope.
It's like the Times.
Wimpangeni.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Mpangeni cheese
Shout out to
gang.
Mpangeni
Who is
Cheese
Mpangeni?
Gang. Mpangeni is where Swisonene is from. It's like
It's
in
like your
KZN, but it's where
Lebo.
the other Zulus that didn't feature on Shaka stay.
No comment. Because any more fire.
I cannot put elangeni.
So there's beef now. There's beef. They call the other one soft. Ningababheki laba baya act. Thina sinsizwa for real. I don't know what I'm saying.
Tsitsi.
No,
Yeah.
so you did that play in high school.
Yeah.
That's when you got that recognition, right? You were in the newspaper. How old are you at this time?
I was 15 or 16 in grade 11. Yeah.
This is you in grade 11.
Yeah.
You get your recognition for acting.
Yeah.
Something clicks for you.
This is a career thing. It's possible. I think I got home and we just re-upped at DSTV, I think, at the house.
Right?
So yeah, hey, soft life. And then the
Soft life.
do you remember that E channel? There was this E channel that used to E Entertainment.
Play
Entertainment.
like movies.
No.
You said E channel, not
Which
ETV.
movie?
Yeah.
Anaconda.
SMS LAU.
Pops. We have the button on mute there on the remote.
What's it on?
You guys are in touch with yourselves, eh?
It happens automatically, you know. It's not a manual thing.
Yeah.
Enough.
Enough, I see that.
I've forgotten my train of thought.
Sorry, man. It's these guys.
It's these guys.
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Oh yeah, so I
The
used
channel.
to watch like all these things of like whatever.
But
Hey,
Ryan
ngazwa-
Seacrest and them.
Yeah, you know, the red carpet, ngazwa William Smith, Will Smith, sorry. Sazana
You're such a
Pressman.
Zulu.
William Smith. William Smith. Yeah, not
So he mentioned something about getting paid $20 million. Hey, I convert ngamaran ngathi this is the one I'm going to do. And here we are on the
Damn.
way to that. Yeah.
So what guy 20 million Shaka?
Yeah, Zim dollars. Cash.
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 Cash
Just
content.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a game there.
So from there, you're like, acting is my thing.
Yeah. From there, I realized, you know, I was still caught between acting and music.
Yeah.
Because I used to, still am, but used to be a musician. Actually, I've been a musician long. I started playing drums in church.
Oh, dope. Same here.
Yeah. Shout out.
My man.
Shout
I
out.
did not have the same year. I also won my first acting award in grade 11.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Go.
Now my church didn't have an organ or anything. So.
Ngathi ubuqoqa umnikelo.
You're walking around. You're walking around with a basket. You're walking around with a collection basket.
Yeah?
That was you at the church.
Oh, my church didn't have that either.
You didn't have offering.
You offer, you go to offer.
Oh, you come to the front.
Oh, you come to the
Yes,
front.
yeah.
Oh,
You
those-
go.
those we must see you.
Yes.
So if you don't stand up, Bosheba.
Yeah, you see families breaking up at 20 rand so that they can always stand up. Give you 2 rand. Let's go.
Hey, those were the days.
I see what you do. Let's go. So yeah, dog.
Hey, Pops.
It's Titi. It's Titi. I still can't get the image of him out of my head. Sorry, man. I'm still powdery in my head. So yes, dog. So you get this thing in high school, right? And you're like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
How then do you move straight after high school? Do you then go and pursue this full time? Because you kind of caught at the time in between music and
Acting.
and acting, but it all forms part of the arts. How did you move straight after that?
I have to give a bit of backstory here. My older sister at the time, shout out Offensive, was
Shout out Offensive.
Wait, you said your older sister at the time. What is she now?
we're the same age. I caught up.
What?
Damn, no. Shaka is too much. Young police, eh?
Uyangishiya ngeminyaka.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sorry. No, so she was really like smart. She got all A's, top graduate of her school, in the papers, everything.
Sure.
So at the time, she's studying natural sciences at UCT.
Damn.
My dad's a physicist. My mom's, I think she only had one master's degree at that point, but like she's academic. They're both
So the
in
household is
science.
coming with the pressure.
Just
You
say
understand.
only and masters in one sentence.
Yeah, I think she's on her second one now. Yeah. Now I'm
Academic pressure.
When I act.
Uzo-acta la wena.
So I'm trying to convince them to do this thing. And my plan was to take a gap year off, but then the recession hit that same year as well. So the program, I was supposed to go to Canada. The program that was taking me collapsed. So I spent a year doing kind of a bit of piecework here, whatever. But in that year, it took me almost a year to convince my parents to pursue this thing because they were like, backup plan is plan A. This acting
Hectic.
thing, you know, yeah. And obviously with your sister's doing exile, she's showing that, yo, you know, we're out here. You know, so yeah, it put a lot of pressure, but fortunately they heeded the call and we have a SHAKA in the house now.
Aich. Yo, big balls, man. Now there's a SHAKA in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Siyabonga, mama.
They might have masters, but he is the master of his army.
Speaking of masters, we are sitting in a place that masters with power because here at Beyond the Eye, there is no load shedding. Beyond the Eye in Centurion, where studios should be.
And you're talking about us sitting in this place. We are sitting comfortably thanks to 2050 event suppliers.
Yes.
2050 event suppliers. Utla dula khamonate. Doesn't matter the shape. Le rago ke le rago. As long as you can sit. Dula le rona. 2050 event suppliers.
And it's real sweet, guys.
Come on. Approved by SHAKA.
And he's not used to wearing pants, you know.
Yeah, I must feel it skin to.
There's a scene from SHAKA I can get out of my head when he caught those arrows. Beniting inani.
Yeah.
Ipegeni mandod. Mamela.
You know, one thing I wanted to know, and I guess we've watched a lot of your interviews, especially after the whole SHAKA thing. How do you feel? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good,
Yeah,
man. I'm
bro.
excited. I think it's
Shout out,
it's
TC.
a really good career point for me. And for me, I've always been a career goal-oriented person. So it's definitely pushing my life in the direction that I wanted to go.
Yeah.
And it's coming with a bit of adjustment, obviously, with all the attention, but at least I've received it in taste. So I've mentally kind of prepared myself for this position. But yeah, I feel very blessed.
To Tsitsi's question, bro, like, how are you feeling? To me, you're, for lack of a better term, you're great at what you do, but you personally, I don't feel like you're like this, I'm a superstar kind of guy. You know,
it's very
you give off like
chilled.
a chilled hipster vibe. Like,
That's why it's here, dog. We don't interview superstars.
ha.
And we had another iLEMBE one here.
Which one?
There's a superstar.
Which one?
The episode didn't air.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say she wasn't a fan of yours in the show.
Yeah. For the people that didn't watch SHAKA, that joke will definitely go over your head.
Yes. Watch SHAKA. You'll understand.
Yeah,
So how has it been for you adjusting like to that, like you've done work, right? And we'll get into that now and talk about like where you come from. But how has it been adjusting to like, bro, you have the biggest role in South African television right now. How are you adjusting to that?
I think because my career has been a slow puncture in terms of like blowing up, even though it's kind of reverse imagery. But I think it's been that. So slowly, I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years. So like each moment prepares you for the next.
Yeah.
And I've worked, you know, with really, really great guys internationally, like Oscar winners, Emmy winners, whatever, you name it, in terms of accolades. So I think through the conversations, through just picking up game over the years, it's kind of like been gearing me up for this moment. So I don't feel like I was just thrust into the position I'm in. So 10 years later, for me to be sitting here, I've slowly been making those mental kind of progressions.
So it's more like the exposure blew up, but you have been cooked.
Yes,
whole time.
yes. I think what's him.
Yeah. So what's the craziest thing and what's the dopest thing that you've experienced ever since the role?
The craziest thing was getting a white fan in Woolworths, in the actual Woolworths.
Oh my gosh, it's
My apologies.
king.
I didn't know I crossed over, dog. I was like, yeah, now I'm inside now. Now I'm inside now. I was like, fella, before you know, with a ranky, that's where
Standard.
it goes down. And then Mufuni piece, yes,
What happened?
No, he was just like, oh, dog, dig the work.
It was a white guy.
White guy, dog, like a white oldish guy. I'm thinking, this is one of Angus's friends.
Bitch guy Angus.
But it was just a random guy who happened to really love, you know, the work and had seen it. So for me, it was like the first moment I'm like, wow, this show is actually, it's big because it's one of the first crossover shows I've done. I mean, I've done stuff in international markets for, you know, different audiences, but this was the first time where we intentionally did it in Zulu and like this white dude's like, yo, dog, yeah, you pulled up. Wow, okay.
Damn, bro. You
Shows.
said what's the wildest and what's the?
Dopest. So is that your dope moment?
I think that's a combination of both.
Yeah, it is.
So by wildest, I'm talking like a scary moment, like where you go, hey.
Oh, actually, I had one, man. I was at the Bengab Zezwe concerts.
You had us in Cup. You had us in Cup.
When
I'm fun.
Java end.
And Big
Zulu.
Zulu. So they were doing their thing there in Sunbet. So I pulled up there that day. Like there was a few places we were attending. So then I arrived there with my manager guy, and we're just standing. So he wanted to get footage of like me, because like apparently now social media is a thing for me. I'm like, I don't really care. It's sharp.
Yeah.
Shaka, just like the original. You didn't know.
So I'm standing there. This guy's trying to get a shot of me and them on stage in the same frame. And then eventually he keeps telling me to move to the right. I'm like, right in front. So as I get there to like the optimal position, the song ends, the lights come on the audience. This lady grabs me by the neck like this. This old mama, she tries to kiss me on the cheek. I'm like, this is a bit weird. And then in that like kind of like scuffle, because obviously it's a lady, I'm not trying to like show her the SHAKA moves. I'm just trying to be like,
I'm trying to give her the train.
trying to be like, Mama, can we be smooth with
Mama
this?
Pops.
So in all this commotion, it gains, because we were like right in front of the stage, it gains the attention of Java, and then he sees me. He's like, oh, iLEMBE, my daughter. I'm like,
is this on the mic?
this Java saying this on the
over.
mic, on some Shagas in the house, pull up on stage. I'm like, oh man, cool. Respect, well, I'm there at the event for the chance. I come, I salute. But then trying to leave, we had to, because it was by the Sunbet, there's a casino there. I spent, I think, 40 minutes by that entrance.
Yeah, we know that entrance. Sunbet is our...
40 minutes nonstop. You know when your face is sore, you can't even anymore.
Yo, 40 is long.
That's why we permanently like this.
I see it.
No ways, dog.
Yeah, that was wild for me. It was like, I felt like, you know, when you see videos of Michael Jackson, I was like, okay, but yeah, kind of act, but I'm not. But I guess it's the SHAKA thing.
Dog,
Zulu Michael Jackson, dog. You're the Zulu Michael Jackson.
I don't know.
Oh, nah. Shout out to my Looms.
Hey, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you've been on, right? Because SHAKA's it's not like it was your breakout role. You had a slow puncher, like you said, career.
Yeah.
But people have always known you, right? But now we know you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You are SHAKA. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams, or was it part of your vision board? Did you ever look at Henry Cele and go, one day?
Kind of, but look, it's like a subliminal kind of, it's like how every kid watched Spider-Man and thought, one day, you know what I'm saying? It was like those, because for me, it was the first like symbol of Black excellence and strength that I'd seen on screen. Like as a kid, I just came and I was like, what is this guy? You know, so it low-key did inspire me to be where I am. And obviously it's a dream of everybody growing up in KZN or anybody, I guess, in the world to
Pops.
I felt it. I was like, this is a very, very Zulu dream.
You guys.
As a 4-year-old.
But even Americans, like a lot of the American guys.
Titi grew up. You grew up wanting to be John Cena, and then Titi tell them. Because we can't see him.
Yeah, so it's one of those, like, I think I've always, man, he's a heroic guy, man. It's like a...
Dude.
Yeah.
When it comes to Henry Cele, right? Bro, those are the biggest shoes to fill when it comes to...
Well, the sandals, but I mean...
Yeah.
He was barefoot.
Yeah.
So actually, if
the biggest...
You know what was my criticism about like SHAKA when I was a kid? I was like, these guys are walking barefoot in the bushes, not one thorn.
Yeah, they're Zulus. They don't feel
What do you mean, bro? Like a thorn?
We train on thorns.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the show, there's a sequence, you gym on thorns and coals.
So yeah, you run
sure.
through it.
Yo?
Insizwa ayizwi pain.
So you are so strong, you're strong under your foot.
Yeah. That part of your foot, that mukenke part, It becomes so thick
Rock
that
hard.
it becomes like the soul of or the yeah.
That's actually where they got the template for the Air Force Ones. The bottom.
From SHAKA.
So talking about big feet to fill, bro, Henry Cele is an icon,
Yes,
right? And he absolutely murdered
definitely.
the role of SHAKA. Were you under pressure knowing that those are the shoes, or rather feet, I have to fill?
Yeah, there was tremendous pressure. I mean, it's an iconic marvel. It's the first symbol of strength I'd seen, I think, in a black person on screen, you know, especially that powerful, that like dominating, you know.
And
So
that
there was,
build, he was
yeah, and he was
he
ripped,
sculpted,
that man.
Yeah,
So
He had an
it was-
8-pack.
yeah, there was a lot of pressures on every level, just even his intensity, the voice, you know. So there was a lot. But I think also what we were trying to do on this one was slightly different to that like stoic, hard, kind of impenetrable, you know, yeah, figure that he was. We just wanted to humanize him, kind of like, you know, with the new James Bond, how the old James Bond,
Usanukuvuka, mara,
yeah,
awe
it's still got
kancane,
a
yeah.
he's
bit
gonna
more
take some
human
shots,
element.
yeah.
So yeah, we wanted to just show a bit more of his like emotional vulnerability and just motivations for why he turned into that hard guy.
That's dope. And I love that, like the storyline. I think obviously maybe you guys are gonna show more of SHAKA season 2, but season 1 is like giving the backstory, the relationship with Nandi. And I'm a mama's boy, dog. I was relating so much to that thing. Same with Pops. Ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, even me, I have a mother.
Congratulations.
I know. Shout out to my mama.
Shout out. And my mom also. Hope you watch this.
Yeah.
How does
shout
she
out,
feel,
bro.
bro? Let's talk about your family.
Yeah, my mom was very excited, man. I'm very proud. I flew her up for the premiere. So she, for the first time, got to kind of see a window into our world. And
Dope.
what a show to start, because most premieres are always at the zone.
Nah, man.
No, like we're in the zone when we, you know, do these things.
Clean
So this
save.
Clean safe.
Clean save.
This one was like kind of like, you know, a
Huge.
bigger, yeah, man. It was,
Paimont.
you know what I'm saying? It was a
Monte
spectacle. Yeah, there's clouds indoors.
Aich.
That's the level.
Aich.
You know, Tuscany, you know. So, but she was very proud, and I think it's no secret. My mother's Tswana. For those of give it up for Tswana
Hey,
ladies.
o godisitse mama. Wa leboga. Hey, phela ra ba tseba maZulu a jwang. Yes.
Say the boy.
Eh, o sebeditse mama.
So, and my dad's Pedi, so
Yo!
Hey!
yeah.
Le rena re godishitse, papa.
Yeah, let's go.
SHAKA o tswa Lemogang.
Let's go.
You are represented.
Dog, wait. So
Yeah.
there's no Zulu.
Well, I was born there and raised there, so I think I always,
Culturally, there's
yeah, I
no
always make
Yeah.
the joke that if I was born in America, people would call me American, so they must call me Zulu because I was born was.
Dope.
For me, it's the.
claim it before SHAKA.
Yeah.
And when SHAKA wrote was Zone A.
Zone A.
Yeah, in Lemogang with the zones.
The zones are letters, they're not numbers.
Yeah, Zone A, Zone B, Zone S, Zone P. Zone F.
That's not even
And
alphabet.
spelling is not a thing.
Dog, like,
No, we choose the ones we like in the alphabet.
You know, every other country is a zone and a number.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Zone 5, zone 6, zone 8.
Ask the person from Lemogang next to you.
So I was Zulu na zone that.
Were your parents in exile? Is that what?
No.
What was a Pedi in exile doing in KZN?
No, they went to study there at the University of Zululand. And then they just found jobs there, and you know, life kind of just
And
picked up
each
from
other.
from there. And then, you know, they met there as well. They had us. They tried to move back this side for a little bit, but something told them, let's come back down that side. So very grateful to them for raising me in that part of the world. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here.
Exactly,
Dope.
bro.
Shout out.
Like, imagine you grew up in Lemogang You could be sitting behind the camp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my popcorn.
Pops. It is the end in Popcorn and Cheese, the backbone of the show.
No, but
Young.
imagine auditioning for Shaka
I
speak.
used to think this was him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Today, go KwaZulu Natal. KwaZulu Natal is gonna be angry at me today. Nah, I'm joking.
No, I've always wanted to make fun of somebody. I'm a big consumer of your show, so I wanted to do that.
Oh, shout out, dog.
Yeah.
Guys, Shaka's a cheese gang.
Guys, Shaka is part of the cheese gang. What?
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Come on.
More fun.
Come on.
That's dope,
Home's
bro.
finest.
He's not gonna let it
This is gonna punch the thing in.
He's gonna run a campaign. Abutsima Shaka walona. Kibupei. Warun.
Titi is gonna run with that.
That is so weird.
Is that your phone ringing or that's music playing?
Playing a song.
Is this guy from Limpopo?
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
No, but you're closer, so you're the one rocking there. You're closer. My magic is very close contact. I can't do far
Saying
contact.
Titi's casting spells on the show.
No way.
I'm asking for a friend. No.
So ukhona Tswana.
Hanyan, fair.
Hanyan.
Yeah.
Chipedi.
No, it's not good for my PR. Ngikhuluma isiZulu mina kuphela.
Yeah.
NesiNgisi. No, I speak a bit of Pedi, but I'm not very well versed in those languages. Even at home when I speak to my mom, sikhuluma ngesiZulu or English or, you know. Yeah. Only when she's mad at me, then the Tswana.
And the Tswana.
Yeah, you
Christmas
know.
time, obviously.
Mama ngenze.
The home language vele comes out when your parents are angry, actually.
Yeah.
Covered one.
You've never been beaten in English, have you?
No.
Why?
It's not that. What are you? No. It's,
I was beaten, but it was an English person beating me.
wait, what?
At school, English teacher beating you in English.
You're beaten by your teachers at school?
Yeah, bro.
How old are you now?
Dog.
Beatings were before us.
In primary, bro.
Super
You guys were never beaten at
In
school.
primary, Vile.
Yeah, by the
Super
principal.
Tsipa High.
Yeah?
No, our school you had an option. In Mondio High you had an option.
No,
You
no,
get beaten,
primary
you
school.
sign up.
3 weeks detention.
Detention.
Or 2 jacks from the woodwork teacher.
Mr. Cook.
And you always knew what someone chose depending on how they sat down when they came back to class.
Even in high school, they beat us. There was a teacher called Van der Plank. He beat you.
Find a plank.
He beat you with a plank. For real, bro. You guys were never hit at school. This is
No.
Pops.
Never.
Titi.
We were given the option.
Bro, you were an adult before World Cup. You were, so you were never beaten.
No, I went to Greenside Primary, then I went to Mondio Primary, then I went to Mondio High. Mondio High was where we were given the option. You can either do detention or take jacks. And our woodwork teacher had all these like wooden sticks that he named. So like he named them after rugby players, like Bonas Poeta, what. So you would choose which one.
Vakushango Brian Habana, Ntwana.
Brian Abana knows you're both black, so he's soft. Nas Bota is white, so
Titi.
he's gonna tear it.
I'll China.
Dog, can you talk about your... Can you talk about your fashion sense? Because I know like you into fashion, you operate your own things and you also thrift in the cut.
Yeah, no, we're drippity drip, dog. You
I
know,
just-
we gotta make sure that if you're gonna play a king, you look like a king, feel like a king. You know?
Come on.
24/7. So I don't know where to start you off here with the the socks say Saturday.
Let's start with the shoe.
Yeah.
What's the name of this shoe? Because it's got a
The tassel. Angiyazi igama.
it's got a tassel and a mud flap.
Angiyazi igama.
Like zero small.
No, le ngathengelwa stylist yami.
Dope.
Yeah, sisinama stylist.
And then the sock is orange.
the
and
sock
black.
is orange.
It says
It
Saturday.
says Saturday.
It
Mara,
says
today's-
Saturday.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
No, is the episode not airing on Saturday?
It's a Wednesday today.
It's a Wednesday.
Dude, pull up your socks. I thought you watched the show.
No, I do. I thought maybe special release.
And then the pants.
The pants, this fabric I got in
interior of a
Malawi.
Toyota Corolla.
Pops.
It's Bushman. Now, pops. La.
Shaka wa Guarana, ne?
Myself. I came ready.
Shaka wa Guarana.
Shaka's a cheese boy. He's a cheese boy. He watches the show. He's ready.
Episodes. What?
And his shoes look like he's going to church.
Man. So or this was fabric bought in Malawi.
Yeah, I bought this fabric in Malawi.
So you bought this and you were like, I'm gonna make pants.
Yeah.
All right.
So then I got a guy called Jeremy Maku, who, he's the main guy that puts all the fabrics together for me. So yeah, we collabed. We got a few pieces. This is just a normal vest.
Jacket, because
We
it's
make it look nice.
it's got what leather is that? Is it elephant? Is it rhino?
It's ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ostrich can't the feathers.
My pants was cool, but
Is this ostrich leather?
I think so. I don't know. I was told by the designer. It's something. Feel it.
It's soft. It's soft.
Yeah. Something like that. Either ostrich or something. Maybe a dinosaur even. I don't know.
And then on
T-Rex.
and then the inside,
The inside is obviously like a
Ngati carpet.
That's Cantonese.
Pops. Mengfunu red, yellow, green.
Yeah.
City robot, city morphi.
Green means go.
Go get it, Mofire.
So, dog, what was your breakthrough role, man? Before you became Shaka, what was the one thing you got that was like, I'm on now?
I think for me, I'm waiting for that moment, but the moment where I really garnered attention from people, where like people started asking for selfies and stuff, was this Tembi. So, because that was like prime time TV every day in your house.
Yeah.
So since that moment,
Who did you play again on
I
Stimbiso?
played with Bambata,
Bambata.
the student rights activist.
Yes.
When Fees Must Fall was.
Yeah.
Was falling.
I Zola really loved your character.
What?
But namhlanje. Zola.
Oh, Zola 7. No Zola 7.
Bambata. He has a song called Bambata.
Ihamba kanjani?
Bambata namhlanje. But that song came out before the Tizi.
It was a joke, guys. Yo. Yo, you guys take everything seriously. Yo.
Ever since he lost his white privilege.
Inside joke.
Today's my day.
Yeah, no.
Yo, actually, that's before this, no?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
You get it now.
And this robot is slow. Why? How long have you been waiting?
No, my mind was like, when is it gonna play? But I realized that it played, and then now there's okay, sharp.
What are you gonna say? Oh my goodness. So Bambata was your breakthrough role, my dog. You've done work internationally, right? I mean, we might know, we might not know, but what are some of the stuff that you've done internationally?
Small shows, things like Homeland,
Cheapest.
Roots,
Pops.
and the Sky.
Pops.
No, we're up and coming artists, so we must,
Now start somewhere.
Yeah. But a few small things, man. Black Sails. Yeah, the list goes on. Yeah. There's a few. I mean, 10 years in the game. That's why I said it's slow puncture. This moment we're out here now. Yeah.
Roots. Nice.
Not Woods.
Roots.
Not the
Roots.
Yes. So here's what I want to know, right? So you've done all of these international shows, nah? And you also say you're very picky about what you choose to do. How would you say, and the reason why I'm asking you this is because I feel like Shaka is there, right? In terms of production quality, I feel like now we're starting to compete with the world. So how would you say our productions and our shows compare to some of the international ones you've worked on? What are some of the differences you've kind of
That's a good question.
The main thing is budget. Budget informs everything.
Number one.
100%.
Yeah.
I think the people on Shaka were extremely talented in every department. But the one luxury that allowed them to really shine at their highest point is budget. when you give art department what they need to build a village, they'll build you a full village and not half parts where the wind and then overnight.
That Mauchiga so
You know what I'm
the
saying?
wild room, Mauchiga so ikamuro laga karabu. No, I need this.
You remember those SABC toys?
Yeah. That's what inside. Yeah.
So it's all of those things which I think are kind of, that's the fundamental thing that you need to get right, and then from there everything else can kind of build on top of that, and you can really explore. So I think this SHAKA show was the first one where we really did get given a decent budget for all the departments to be able to shine in full flight. Like even for us as actors, it was the first time we
Got paid what you're worth.
No, I'm speaking pre-production. Hey, Pelatina.
Oh, hey.
It's USD.
Hey.
We had to for home. No, I'm like,
US dollar.
Angnamadi, guys, and it broke. Very.
Says a guy wearing ostrich leather.
Yeah,
Now, do you know where to buy it? Exactly. Yes, follow me.
Do you know where to find the ostrich? Exactly.
Cleverly comes. Hey, you go pay ostrich.
I forgot what my trailer thought was.
You were saying
you said every department was
with
given
money,
a budget.
Yeah.
Therefore,
budget.
everyone could flourish. Then you said, as actors.
Oh, as actors,
pre-production.
we even had like the luxury of pre-production, to be able to prepare ourselves. So for I think a month or 2 months, we were given time to gym, to get into shape. We were training already, the movements and
So you were getting paid before you even started
allegedly.
rolling.
allegedly. Hey.
Allegedly, I don't know.
Bro, all of you on SHAKA are cut, ripped. Like,
Ungathi all phela
even the one.
bekahambisa bonandi.
Yeah, no, Hamza, no, man. Have you ever seen a tough mkaba in your life? That man had a tough mkaba. Inzizendal had a tough mkaba.
Yeah.
Bro, were you guys assigned people to train you guys? Or was it like, no, you just go and gym on your own? Or was it like a boot camp thing? Where...
Yeah, so that's part of the thing I was saying about the budget. So we had personal trainers that we worked with. We had
Dietitians.
Yeah, they gave us the full shebang, meal plans. They even got us for days where we're not working with them. So now you doing your own thing at home, whatever. They even gave us kitchen scales. So that when you weigh your rice, it's exactly 200 grams or 500, whatever your portions are. Yeah, it was extremely strict. It's not easy to look like that for 3 months straight. Yeah. You can do it for a weekend. Ulambe, nyana, pumama, but to keep them there.
So there's
That's
something like a
hectic.
captain from Bomb.
Yeah, they used to.
Bomb Productions, the letter from Angus. Enjoy the meal.
Enjoy the meal.
4 boiled eggs.
Yeah, that was literally. Did you see our meal prep? That was breakfast.
Yeah.
4 eggs.
I was on set. During lunch, we got
What is the...
captain's opening, bro. Hey, imagination, my friends. No,
It's the four
I
boiled
need
eggs.
imagination. No.
Lunchbox is this, man?
It's the what? It's the four boiled
Why does
eggs.
your lunchbox sound like formal shoes?
It's foil. Was it the foil, dog?
What's the sound effect? It's no ways, bro.
Bella, I'm a king. I'm Pedi.
Yeah. Shout out to Pedi King.
So besides the physical, bro,
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Zulu.
Yeah.
Now, Zulu is something I struggle with, even though I know Zulu.
Yeah.
Right? I can listen to Zulu. I can speak Zulu. Like you can't live in Joburg and not know Zulu, right?
Standard.
So, but I know there's a limit to where my Zulu ends. Then I go to KZN. Then I'm like, okay, this is real Zulu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then SHAKA comes and it's like another level of Zulu.
Shakespeare.
It's like there's like Shakespearean version of Zulu.
Yeah.
How, bro, like how was it adjusting to that? Because usually, like I was saying to Robert, like if I was watching like Isbaya, I could watch Isbaya and do other stuff and just listen. But with SHAKA, I'm having to read because some of these words are throwing me off, bro.
No, it's like that. I think the vocabulary of what we were doing there, we were trying to periodize like the language. So like as you made the example with Shakespeare, for me it was a challenge, man. Because I mean, I've never lived in that time. I don't use those words on a daily. Some of them I'm hearing for the first time on the script. Like, what does this one mean?
And you had guys on set helping you guys out with that, no?
Yeah, we had full time from even before. So we'd sit with, because certain words, and there's a million ways to translate, things in vernacular, because the way we speak is so kind of poetic. So we'd be sitting trying to work the smoothest way, or the thing that would fit easiest, in people's mouths, because other people can maybe say more click-based words, and other people not really so much, like tonally based words. So we try to work out those dynamics beforehand. But yeah, man, it was a massive challenge. It's a massive challenge. It felt like theater meets film, because in theater you have to always be word perfect.
Yes.
Film usually I
can
kind of
play
learn the
around with it,
beats and then improvise, but they're small things like umfethu. You can't say mfethu, you have to say mfowethu. But then I'm so used to saying mfethu. It's like
Yeah, you have to say the full one.
you have to say the full word. So the limitations in terms of the ability to improvise, it kind of boxes you a bit. And for me, I feel that's one of my assets. So it made it a bit challenging. But yeah, we got through it.
And how did you get your script, bro? Was it in English? Then you had to translate with the person, or
No, so we get with both. So it was written in English so that the directors can even understand, because a lot of them.
Angus.
so Angus. Just
all right, let's do the. Let's do the scene. What's going on here? Kabanga, the actual direction.
Listen,
call Nomzamo.
Desiree, what's going on here?
I know. Right?
Wait, let's just call. Zama, let's come see here. What do we do?
That time you're done shooting. Cut. That's not in the. Oh, it is. Oh, wait. Nomzamo, what's going on here?
So you had both.
Yeah, we had both. Ironically, actually, in Angus's defense, he understands Zulu fully because of his interaction with their works over the years. But yeah, it was a weird situation, man. Damn, my train.
Can I ask you an interesting question?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I can tell, Manish. Do you ever get tired of speaking about SHAKA, bro? Because I can imagine that's all you've been speaking about for like a long time.
Yeah, the last about 3 months since my episode kind of appeared. But I mean, it's a natural thing. I think it's definitely going to be a conversation piece for me for the next while in my career, until maybe Baba Mfundi Mvundla hires me and
my question
gives me.
Do you ever get tired?
Right?
No. I don't think I will. I know, like I said earlier, it's like a Karabo Moroka. It's like, I'm sure Connie knows that for the rest of her life. Mam Connie, sorry. I don't know her like that. Mam Connie is going to carry that for the rest of, her life. So for me, I think...
Ferguson.
The reason I asked this, because I want to speak about other stuff as well, like about your life that like maybe it doesn't have to do with SHAKA and stuff.
Yeah, we're going there into the music and all the other chats.
Not the music, the man himself.
Oh. The other chats.
Yeah?
Oh, the man himself.
Yes. Like, I want to know, like, how competitive is your industry that you have, like, kind of taken on such a big role?
It's about SHAKA.
It's not about SHAKA. No.
Finish your question.
About the man. So how competitive is it now that you are SHAKA and other people have Jack Mabaso and stuff?
But I'm going to land somewhere.
Okay, go. We
So,
with you.
like, how
No, I'm listening. Don't worry about these guys.
From Pedi man to Pedi
Yeah.
man.
Robert, let's leave the Pedis to sort this out.
No, but
Cele Jamre.
Cele Jamre. So like how competitive is it to be in that kind of space? Because you are now this big character that you've been playing, and also this still is South Africa as competitive as in no. I don't want to ask any questions. I don't want to.
South Africa.
Like, like comedians, right?
Yes.
You can be good at what you do, but there's a competition of other people that helps you to stay that refreshed. So, turn that into a question. Yeah.
So look, in your world, outside of your character's SHAKA, in your acting world, right? How competitive is it, and what has having this role done to you in that league? Has it put you amongst this what of actors? Has it shot you past this what?
I've never.
Exactly my words.
Yeah, I've never really. It's the exact same thing. It's like the subtitle. Man.
You see, this was iLEMBE language.
The subtitle.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think for me, I've never.
As it put you in the upper echelon of actors.
I think to some degree, definitely, it's definitely elevated the conversation. But for me, I've never felt in a competitive space, especially like for a local thing. Because from my first movie I ever shot, officially was like an international American like thing. So for me, I've always imagined myself as like an international, like a Tuso or like a Trevor kind of vibe.
Got you.
And I'm very interested in working in local work, you know. But for me, I don't imagine South Africa as this popcorn thing. Now we must all share here. I feel there's a giant popcorn
The world
machine
is your
behind
oyster.
called the world, and we all can grab a bucket full. So that's been my approach.
That's dope, bro. And to I think also to what Ziti is asking about, like being tired of this one thing. I think in South Africa we all get afraid of being defined by certain things.
Boxed in a sense.
You know, and I hear you saying, it's undeniable. There will always be a Karabo Moroka. There will always be a queen. There's certain. I remember I went through it when I came out. The biggest thing I ever did was I was the face of an insurance company.
Yeah.
So people didn't even call me by my name.
Which way?
Wow, it was actually mine. But at the time that it was happening, I started going, people are just gonna know me as this guy, you know? And I need to find a way to make sure that my name is bigger than the character that I'm playing. You know, because if you look at someone like a Somizi, doesn't matter what brand Somizi does.
You see Somizi.
You're gonna go, oh, Somizi is the new face of Samsung.
You're not gonna say
You're
the
not gonna
Samsung
go, hey,
guy.
Nangu put Samsung.
Yeah.
It's very good. You did that very well.
Ghostia.
I'm
Ghosti, I'm being politically correct.
I tried saving you ghost loves first. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so I get what Ziti is asking you about. Like, are you in a way when you say are you tired of it? Does it ever feel like this thing is now eclipsing what I have built?
No, man.
As Lemogang.
For me, I think it's just helping me because all of it is building blocks for the bigger vision that I have for my life and my career. So
share that vision with us, my brother.
You'll see it.
Yeah.
The next step is the music.
Yes.
But there's many kind of tiers and kind of artistic expressions that I'm still going to bring to the game. I've been a writer for a very long time, a director of things, but I haven't really done it as a forefront. I always want people to consume me with one thing at a time, specialize in that and really, push the envelope. So I think now that my acting career is at a comfortable kind of perspective and level, I can now transition to the second phase.
That's beautiful that you say that, man, because I think a lot of us in the industry, when we're in a certain moment, we kind of want to do everything. And sometimes we spread ourselves too thin.
Yeah.
Right? I love the fact that you just said, when I do something, I fully immerse myself in the thing until I know that it's built. And therefore I can venture into other things.
Yeah.
So right now, as you said, your acting career is at that point.
Yeah.
So now you're kind of feeling like, okay, let me hit into this musical space.
Yeah, while I still am young enough.
Yes.
Because nobody wants to hear...
Turn down.
Eh?
What kind of roles did you turn down?
It will get personal with some casting directors, but there's a few...
Was it okay?
A few very well-known projects I just didn't believe in when I read the scripts or like hearing the team or like whatever. There was just something about, each of the projects. I don't want to name them because those guys.
Of course, yeah.
I would think about SHAKA.
No, here, SHAKA kasabi muntu.
But Ushaka didn't want to play, a kid from Alexander who stayed in his with his mom in the shack.
Pops.
What?
No. Plus, Gomorrah had the same time slot as this Tembis, so that wasn't going to make sense for me. To disappear from one show and come back to the same slot.
Also, like...
But the Bezonguzu put 7:30.
Also, his vendor is not great, so he couldn't have
Chamba's
gone on-
vendors with
Muvango.
Hey,
Nah.
Piri piri.
No, I don't.
Enda piri piri.
I don't know.
also,
What do you say?
also he can't be on Muvango.
Yeah.
He's not a yellow boat.
Yes.
What do you mean?
That's why you couldn't be on SHAKA, Pops.
There's a lot of melanin there on Movango, bro.
Muvango get yellow boat.
Players went in.
He came before the yellow boat.
He was the exception.
He got hired when Glenn Lewis was still on Muvango.
With his Ntsumba.
With his what?
With his Ntsumba. They say, okay, it's not me. They say Glenn Lewis's Ntsumba moves around every time you see him.
That's Kumba.
That's Kumba.
Skumba said that.
Skumba said
yeah. Okay, that's
He
why I
said
remember.
Glenn Lewis's Zumba gets booked for gigs.
And then he stays at home. Yeah.
He said that.
He said, yeah, Glenn don't look like Josie in Zumba. Yeah,
It's the same time.
Yeah, guys, Kumba. Oh, guys.
So, bro, talk to us about your music. You know,
Yeah.
being someone who's so culturally rich, bro. You're a combination of Tswana and Pedi, who grew up in KZN. What can we expect? Are you expecting like a Papa Penny?
Pops. He said like
Pop music.
pop.
It's
You know?
like popish, not super pop, but like popish. So like I can name my influences, I guess.
Yeah.
I think locally it has to obviously Chava's up there on the list.
Standard.
KO's are up there on the list. The Big
Donald.
Zulus.
Hmm?
Donald definitely. I got R&B joints, but my mic wasn't
Red.
the color of your jacket. But yeah, no, there's a few. And internationally, it's the Drakes that inspire me, the Snarky Puppies, the Jacob Colliers, the Burner Boys. You know, so I'm exploring a few different sounds in 100 songs. I can't just rap 100 songs. I'd get bored. So there's R&B in there. There's Afro beats.
You can rap, you can sing. Can you hold a note?
with auto-tune.
Anything is possible.
Anything
my
is
brother.
possible.
No, so my music is growing in confidence every day. I don't know. Some people say I can sing. Other people say I can't. You'll have to book the show and tell me. But on the tracks, and the headphones. Yeah, but
Yeah.
nice.
And then anybody you trying to work with?
There's a few, but they haven't gotten back to me, so I don't want to expose them now.
No, so
your real name,
hello, Ushaga.
There we go. Your voice notes that you leave with your voice. Mamela.
Yeah,
Insizwa eti. Funa recorder now.
I wanted to. I mean, I've hit up a few guys that are out there in the game, but it's really a hot season right now. So I think a lot of them are very busy with that kind of stuff. And also, I acknowledge that I'm an up and coming musician. My only official songs on SoundCloud, so I feel the energy of like if I'm a superstar and some SoundCloud artist is asking for features. Is that
What's your music name?
Shaga 1000.
yeah?
Bom Bom remix.
And I think I'm gonna go with just my normal name and surname, and I'll tell you why. Most people always know me because my primary thing that I do is my acting work. So everybody refers to me in my character name. So before it was Bambata, now it's Shaga or whatever character that's out at the time. So I just wanted my music to represent me and introduce people, as you were saying, so that they understand who Lemogang is, as opposed to just always that brew, that's another brew. Yeah.
And then how do you think that your acting and your music, like how do you think your name is going to fight? Because your name has a lot to fight.
Yeah.
So how?
No, I think it fares well. I think
It's in the right hands. Have you ever seen this man fighting? His name is in the right hands.
yeah.
Can fight this, bro.
Jab, uppercut, left. No, I think my name will do.
I like it. You're coming out of your shy shell.
Yeah.
Now you are too much with us.
I think
You're like us now. Because we are free here.
yeah. No, I think my name will do well. In a sense that like it helped build all these other characters. So I think it has got some weight. Especially amongst the industry. I think the only people is like obviously consumers that will have to now learn this other side. But I think amongst industry peers, those that know me and understand how seriously I take, my crafts and just
Look,
Bro, on the show, your character Shaka went through heartbreak.
Yeah.
You know, that we were introduced to one of the most beautiful girls we've ever seen.
Mm.
Then she took an interest in you.
Mm.
How next thing?
She's kissing another bro.
Spina.
Mm.
Have you ever had to deal with heartbreak?
It's a goli lana.
Eish. Standard
It's a
procedure.
goli lana.
Yo, imagine how your exes feel now, dog.
Good. Good. No, man, I'm not ex, man. I only have, the lady I'm seeing right now.
Aich.
And we're taking it. We're on the Kupuga way.
Oh, wow.
Shout out.
Oh, shout out to Tusombedu. So have you ever had to deal with heartbreak, bro?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the first heartbreak I had to deal with was in high school. Crash phases. You'd see this girl, you know her, but
baby.
Pops. Pops. Kwababa. Upeli bungena.
What's the KZN?
yeah, it did play a factor.
Yeah.
It did play a factor.
Makes sense.
Hectic.
But yeah, no, it was tough, man. I've had my heart broken more than once, but I bounced back. Everything's is a learning curve, and thank you for the heartbreak. Now you've taught me how to love better.
Aish.
Ntomzodwa. Bheka manje. Usizile.
Yo, what's the one interesting thing about you, bro, that nobody knows?
The one interesting thing about me, I with FIFA, njayam. Since I've debuted as SHAKA, I don't try out FIFA. I put money on that, confident.
Really?
What?
FIFA?
I'm an actor, dog. You guys go to work, dog. I'm waiting for scripts. You know what I mean? I'm inside there.
When we have a games night tournament, we're gonna invite people that want to challenge you,
Because I want to take on the challenge.
Because I beat you in Tekken, remember?
Yeah.
Which Taken?
Tekken 5.
Aye.
The latest Taken.
Yeah, I'm at again. Yeah.
We actually need to organize a games night.
Yeah.
FIFA, yeah.
No, like a proper games night where we actually play a bit of PlayStation, but we also need to play your game.
After Robot.
Yeah.
So for those of
Crazy.
you who don't know Cheese Gang, Tsitsi Chumeric the Barbaric, before he decided to be the Ghostman boy, had an illustrious career in game design. He was the first black game designer to graduate in South Africa at the University of the Witwatersrand,
Bits.
known to you guys who don't go there as Wits.
Hmm?
Tsitsi graduated, became the first black game developer in the country, and decided, no, jokes is my passion, jokes is my life. But before he made the pivot,
He said, "Jokes
made
aside."
a game. Jokes aside,
Mhm.
he made a game called After Robot. And it's a game about the taxi industry. Am I selling it correctly?
Yeah, it's a game about
It's a board game about the taxi industry, and the whole aim of the game is to see who can control and own as many taxis and as many
It's
streets.
basically like simulating the taxi world and putting the player in the role of a taxi boss, and then you have to navigate throughout
So do you-
Johannesburg.
Do you like getting gubbies to like
GTA.
You know, it's
I was
funny,
thinking
it's funny.
GTA.
right?
Yeah.
It's funny. A lot of people always say that, but the violence that I've seen, it comes from people being in high pressure situations. So you act it out instead of it being an option. So violence is never an option. You just use it when you're frustrated as a
Is it an
player.
option on the
On the
board game?
game.
No, because
So we can't kill each
I'm
other.
not inciting violence. I'm inciting a peaceful country that understands the pressures of a taxi driver.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And use a character that counts the money.
Yo, funny.
Yeah.
Right? So
Kumasheli.
the mechanism that you use to move around in the game is based off of that, of the counting of the money. So you have to kind of, guys, I'm a dope game designer.
You met game.
Right here.
Like I'm dope, and I know I'm dope. That's why I'm a good comedian. It's because I'm a good game designer, and funny enough, they talked about the game, and the game is now going to be manufactured, and years later, I had stopped working on this game for so many years. So thank you, Cheese Gang. Thank you, everybody out there. After Robot will be available soon. Shabbat.
Leuchwile from the other Pedi person here today. After Robot will be available on all leading retail platforms online, but especially here on Popcorn and Cheese. Send us an email, drop us a DM on any platform. We'll make sure that once After Robot is ready, you have yourself a box. Yeah.
I want to ask you something.
Yes,
How
sir.
important is it to you are you aware? I mean, not aware, but you do it consciously. The thing of like keeping to your Africanness, because I mean, you've mentioned a lot of international shows and all, and the music that you're trying to get into, and you wanting to become more international. But how are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? How are you gonna do it? Let me ask that.
Let me translate to what Titi is saying. When are you going to cut your hair? Oh.
Basically.
I always rep Africa, man, and every single opportunity I get. And it's because I've been blessed enough to be able to travel. I've been to, the LAs of this world, the Londons, whatever. And every single time, the thing that has helped me stand apart in every room is my story. And my story is that I'm an African. So that has to be part and parcel of, anything that I do. And a lot of what we do in our art form is kind of like an export of our culture and who we are to the world. So I think it would be a great disservice for me to not rep home. Even in my music, I try to incorporate, all the languages that I speak, even Afrikaans, because it translates to African.
Do you have an Afrikaans song?
Yeah.
Ek is die man wat die
Now we know.
boere het geslaan. My naam is SHAKA. Ek is 'n Zulu man. Ek gaan die boere gaan slaan met my spear.
Now
What
we know.
rhymes with spear? Yeah. I don't know.
Now we know what that guy Woolworths was looking for.
And there's an Afrikaans singer who's a black guy.
Yeah.
His name is Refense.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
defensive.
good.
With that head.
He's got like long dreads, no? Or something.
Yeah.
His name is Refense. He's
Listening
like,
to him on the way here.
Yes.
Love him.
is it?
Yo.
What's your favorite Refense song?
Stella Ray.
De La Rey is a black guy.
Yeah, bro. Fully.
No, but there's a black African singer called Refense.
That bro gets
Like
booked hard.
he gets booked. I once did a gig with him, dog. He's got a bus.
Get books.
You see, Robot, the brewer get books.
That bro gets booked hard.
You see, Robot's bus has his face on it. Refense has a bus.
What is
Like a Paco.
No, like those transporters. Those,
Mahutas? You know Mahutas?
those
Oh,
20,
like
26
Sprinter,
seater.
Sprinter.
Yeah,
Sprinter.
he's got one of those with him, with his face there in Afrikaans. Refense is opat met die next show om te gewees. I think it's Afrikaans
man.
for
But
this is
that's also,
Refense's touring bus.
I like that because I don't like things being normal anymore.
Bro, it was so when I met him, we were doing a gig for Nissan. We went to the Nissan plant to go do a gig. So it was all the plant workers and management. So I don't need to tell you what that means, right?
That's why I was
There were two
laughing
black
before.
people.
I already knew where this was
In your
going.
section.
meaning
It was Pops and D.
everyone was black and management was. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yes.
then someone decided, let's get a black guy who sings Afrikaans. Refense came. Wat val die geest gaan die meel van de schee. So the 1,300 people that are there, the plant workers, are like, what is going on? Management.
Yeah.
Ons gaan die kar van die voorsale kry. 1,300 people. Die man. Then Refense had to slat in Kalagat.
Just to save the day. You had to save the
That's a
show.
crossover song.
No, but
No, it is,
for
it is,
real,
it is.
dog. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are you just referencing a bit of Afrikaans, or
No.
are you intentionally going, I want to mess with a few genres?
No, for me, it's definitely that, but it's also the Afrikaans from my lens. So it's definitely like there's different kinds of Afrikaans. For example, you get Afrikaans in the
Like
white
Toti Italian
communities.
is Afrikaans.
Yeah, kind of a bit
Yeah.
closer to that. So it's like in between, because my experience with Afrikaans, I hang out with a bit of, colored people, and they also have a different kind of approach to the language and the culture that comes with it. So it's kind of influenced by that, and obviously the rugby days with the things, but then also hip hop elements. I'm sure. I don't want to say the name of what I call it, but
What, Zef?
No.
What?
Oh.
I heard you from that side.
Mute it if you.
Yeah, we can't repeat that.
It's like,
Yeah, it's not the other one. If it was the other podcast, maybe. But
you know
here
what
we
I'm
are.
saying? So for
But
me,
no, the other podcasts have the supporting actors. We have the lead.
But it's the truth.
so I can't.
And they had two. They had two bros supporting each other.
Those two are gonna come for you guys. You're not being wise men right now.
Thing is,
But we know why he's here.
Why?
Because we have sketches. So let's.
You lie, dog.
It's the sketch, dog.
It's a sketch, dog.
We need to start, dog. Bro, is there a role that you never got that you were like, I wanted that role and you never
What?
got it? Because you mentioned something about Mfundi Vundla.
yeah.
So, because he might be a cheese,
No,
cheese toppy. If you're watching, Papa. Mfundi.
Why can't he be a cheese boy?
Oh, Tala Pila. Papa Mfundi, Nangu Muntu. If you want generations to come back, Nangu Muntu.
What
Also,
happened to generations?
Ay, Pela.
The legacy, Pops.
Oh, konje bakosha abantu bayenza.
Pops.
Don't involve me in that one.
Go ahead. So the international work that I wanted to shoot and never got was Tarzan.
Oh, that would be dope. Wow, Pops. Why is
I
Pops
didn't audition
laughing?
for the gorilla. He was there. I saw him.
No.
Pops, it's 70 lines done. Yeah?
What?
70 lines.
No, he said Tarzan.
He said Tarzan,
No,
and
it
Pops
was
started
Tarzan.
laughing.
Don't you remember that Tarzan movie? It came out 2015, 16. Yeah, I auditioned for that. So
For which role?
I did too much.
For
It was for
Tarzan?
the no, not
Tarzan's what?
I was gonna have to look like
No, we've got a
You
black.
want me to be Tarzan?
No, guys, we've
brother.
got a black Little Mermaid. Why can't you have a black Tarzan?
Because it's going to look
because
like
how
a
do you
monkey.
tell who's the villager and who's
Bro,
who's from
you can't have a black Tarzan because it's going to look like a monkey.
huh?
You have a black guy flying
No.
raised by baboons.
I'll tell you the reason why.
No,
fella.
come on.
With
And
a rope between his
Also, I
butt.
don't understand Tarzan. Who was his first girlfriend before Jane?
Monkey.
Because he
obviously.
made Jane a man.
What? He made what?
He met Jane in his older years. Tarzan cannot be attracted to white women if you grew up around baboons.
So you
So
say
I'm
that
saying
Tarzan
his first
used to
girlfriend-
scare baboons?
They talk
That
like
doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
What you're saying doesn't make sense.
It does, bro.
So you basically ask us, who did Tarzan take his
Okay.
metric dance?
Okay.
talk like because he was an old man with Jane.
Let's let SHAKA, Pedi to Pedi conversation. Right? If a black guy plays a guy who was raised by a monkey or a baboon or a gorilla, whatever it was, ne, and he grows up to be a monkey,
No, why must he grow up to be a monkey?
what's Tarzan?
A man.
No, he's a gorilla man.
What does he do when he wins a fight?
He beats his chest.
Which man do you know that does?
King Kong Tobobela.
Okay. Tombo man.
So you can't make it will be very wrong to have that as a thing, right? But another thing is that he doesn't make sense because he meets a white woman at a later stage of his life.
Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. Come
What?
on. Later stage.
Who was his first girlfriend? Who was his first crush?
He never had.
That was
He
his
just
first
hung out
one.
with gorillas.
Why can't Jane be his first crush?
Well, no, it doesn't make sense.
Titi. You know you can exist in a place where you don't see your own kind.
Ungajoli, ufane noShaka.
Yeah, ufane no shaka. Ungajoli. And then
Singapore
one day
manje.
you meet someone.
Hayi phela.
What?
Disclaimer.
Ufuna inkinga endlini.
What's your Andina popcorn and cheese?
Yeah.
Then you finally meet one of your own. Then you decide, okay, now I can dance. There's people who've been 30, 40 years in life without having kissed or hugged or done anything with anyone.
But how does he call the baboon his brother and the other one his mother? But then
He's never dated one.
Exactly.
So your theory is Tarzan
dated a baboon in his
baboons.
young age.
Yes.
So there's some
Until he
baboons
met
who've
Jane.
broken
That's
Tarzan's
the
heart.
only way it would make sense.
I don't think children must watch.
Yeah.
What
do you
vibe.
bro?
What role were you casting as?
For Tarzan's girlfriend.
The LGBTQ Tarzan.
Yeah. No, so I was auditioning for the black guy because he's always so Tarzan's a very complex character because he can speak to baboons and people. Like I don't know where he also learns that thing. So I was one of the brews, the first like guy in the village. That's like his contact point. But yeah, I remember doing that audition. I literally dressed up in Vunulo way. I went to costume high, hired costumes, said baby oil, push-ups inside, did the thing. Your casting director was like, wow, I've never seen an audition like that. And they never called me.
Because you scared them. This other guy came with his own stuff. I think he thinks he's Tarzan's friend.
The stunt guy was like, there's no work for me.
Actually.
Yeah, and I also auditioned for another really big Disney show, but I can't talk about it. But literally,
NDA.
Yeah, super
Nah.
NDAs.
I know what you're talking about.
No, it's just cold. It's just cold. But
I was
ended up in LA.
Yes, Black Panther and you, my brother.
My brother, we don't have to say it.
Oh no,
not
Kumbaya, black, like the Afro.
Oh, the Afro.
Yeah.
Kumbaya.
No, but I'm not part of this NDA.
I get all over Shem. Woman need. Yeah, rest in peace to Chadwick. But we need
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, no, if the stars are aligning and that's what the universe wants.
You had forgotten.
Titi. Titi.
Sorry.
Yeah, so if the stars align, I think, bro, you're already a local superhero. I think the trajectory, I think the next step, best step for me.
I'd receive that definitely with open arms, but
are we putting it out there?
Yeah, they rejected me.
Open Ganjan when you was.
Parrots.
Oh, Uti, they what?
Bang rejected last time, but I was a kid, man. I was like 20.
Oh yeah, I think now also
22,
after the SHAKA,
23,
it should
when
be
I
easier.
Yeah.
Because
I get T'Challa left the kid. That's how. So a lot of people walked out of the Black Panther movie the last time.
Guys,
People walked out of the last Black Panther early. So with Marvel movies and
you must always
stay till the end.
At the end.
All these superhero movies, watch the credits and wait. There's something
after the credits.
After the credits. I love shows like that where after the credits there's always something.
Let's do something like that here.
We should do something.
We did on SHAKA. If you watched till after the credits.
Yeah.
But
that set you up for the next
check out
season.
Happy DJs.
He knows. That's good.
So on the last Black Panther movie, Lupita, I forgot her character name. Lupita takes Black Panther's sister to go meet their son.
Black Panther and Lupita's son.
Yes.
Yes. So he left the son. So
every black man leaves a son.
Stop.
Some of us are the sons.
So yeah, there's a young T'Challa brewing. So
yeah,
I think, bro,
from your mouth to God's ears. Bro.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be doing push-ups in between.
Nah, we'll be doing the prayers for you, my dog. I think for me to see what you've done with your career, and because you're this person that's so comfortable with who he is, you're not out here boasting with, I've done this and that and that and that. To you, it's your work. But you've done some pretty amazing things, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
And to be where you are now, like, SHAKA's no joke. It's it's global, international recognition. And I hope that gives you the right fuel and fire for the studios to look at you and go, there's the next black superhero. There's the next Black Panther.
No, I definitely love that. I mean, since it's like, I'm so glad to have gotten this role of SHAKA, because since I was a kid, I was that guy, like every boy. When you finish watching an action movie with Jackie Channing outside, and for me, I started.
Robert calls him Jiggy China.
Jiggy China.
No, you said it the other time. We have evidence, dog.
Yeah, you did last week.
So my whole thing is to model myself like that. So if opportunities like that and this continue to come my way, I'll be very grateful.
Bro, there's cheese girls and cheese boys who are obviously watching you. Some of them, it's the first time they're watching you with your role as SHAKA, but there's obviously some of them who've seen your previous work, both locally and internationally. They find themselves either wanting to do what you do,
or in the middle
of doing what you do, or just before that moment where they break through. What words of encouragement do you have for someone who's trying to do what you do, who's thinking about doing what you're doing, and someone who's doing what you're doing?
I think if you're thinking about it, upskill yourself in as many things as possible. Obviously, the primary thing, if it's an actor, you want to upskill yourself in that. But one thing that's helped me survive over the years is knowledge of other things. I know how to shoot a little bit. I know how to edit a bit. I know how to do, all these other technical skills, even though I'm not a pro, but it can help you survive in between moments. What we do is it's a season-based thing, and it's a very kind of objective job where it doesn't matter how good you feel about yourself in that position, the decision's not yours. If it were up to me, I'd be in every movie, dog. Will Smith, but that's not. And it goes back to this. And when you're taught by the light-skinned guy.
Hectic.
Stepfather.
Yeah, man. But what was I saying? I always have goldfish memory.
No. You were saying that when it comes to this industry, you got to upskill yourself.
Oh, yeah.
If it were up to you, you'd be in every movie.
The decision is not yours.
Yeah, the decision is not yours. So upskill yourself to be able to survive in between the opportunities.
Yeah.
But the longer you stay in it, it's the comrades. Start by 50,000. But after 10Ks, move back left, back right, and my numbers deplete. So the more consistent you are in this game, the more your opportunities will come to you, especially as a performer. They'll eventually in 10 years, South Africa, this face, but to open up
the industry.
Consistent.
Next in kin.
Yeah, so I think just keep at it and don't give up. And also just find platforms where you can be in charge of your own career and your own work.
It's very important.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing, because that way you won't look for employment, you'll be creating employment. So
I love that. Bro, besides your music that we cannot wait to hear, because there's pop, there's Afrikaans, there's Katamia, there's Maskandi, there's everything. We can't wait to hear that. What else do you have cooking in the pipeline? What are you working on? And if you're not working on anything, what are you chilling, relaxing, and doing? Are
the
you
merch
learning a new
also.
skill?
Yeah, I got merch that I'm working on, but all that stuff I'm gonna officially release. I'm gonna tell my order DM, man. To put it that blue was
Okay, when you're ready.
Yeah, when I'm ready.
So you're gonna start making clothes?
Yeah, I've been doing it for the last 2-3 years, but just kind of like sampling the game, walking in the streets, listening to what people have to say. But then, I'm gonna launch it out. All the ones that I got compliments for, y'all gonna.
Can I interject some of Calvin's swag?
Yeah,
it's from Limo.
Is it?
Yeah. We've been in this. But
really?
I'm gonna.
For those of you who don't know, Kelvin is the guy who's Robot Boy stunt double. So sometimes when you're at a gig, you're like, this doesn't look like Robot, but it's Kelvin.
Traffic lights at load shedding. When all of them are on. Yes. It's the difference.
Bro, when you have some samples ready, please hook us up so we can rock it on one of the apps.
No, for sure. I can definitely do that. And another thing that I've got in the pipeline, there's 2 shows that are gonna come out. One I can't talk about yet. It's a British show. And the other one was a small South African show that did well, called Raker. I was on season 2.
Raker?
Yeah.
Mnet, ne?
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Emmy because it was nominated. But I wasn't there. I wasn't part of the first norm. So, hey, I mustn't mess up the momentum. I hope we get another one for this second. Yeah.
Nah,
But shout
dope.
out to Kim Engelbrecht and the team for that one.
Dope. Shout out.
dope,
Tsitsi,
bro.
you want to ask the question?
Ask the question.
What question? Oh, have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, like street fight or like fight or where?
Have you ever lost a fight?
Yeah, many times. You have to.
Before you were SHAKA, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Shaka doesn't.
Because now if you fight in the streets, you have to win.
No. It was
No
it was a long time ago.
If someone traps you, they're not going to say they beat Lemogang. It's the SHAKA iLEMBE.
No, I've been doing a few different martial arts because as I said, my aim is to be an action kind of guy. So I've been doing a few martial arts for a little bit. I picked up a bit of boxing, did some MMA, did a bit of taekwondo here and there. So I've got some skills, but obviously in that learning process, I remember the first time I walked into an MMA gym. I was 22. I got beaten by a kid who had homework who was 16. He whipped me like I was the homework.
And then he still went on to do his
This
homework.
is homework.
Yeah, I had to.
While you were with the ice pack.
No, I did his homework. I had to. I told you, it's a hot man. Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's you have to lose fights, in the fight game, and whenever you fight, you will meet people better than you, and that's how you learn. So
Big balls.
I'm not scared of collecting an L, except in the streets. Don't test me. But yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind in the ring and safe environments too.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Dope.
Bro,
Yo.
this has been such a dope sit down with a legend, bro.
Yeah.
A legend in the making.
I feel like we mustn't end, but
Bro, we have no choice. We have memory cards are running out of steam. There's a part of the show where you're not gonna see Robot.
this camera next to me is hot.
Dog.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, this camera is
You
hot.
must keep cutting to nodding shots. You must do a series of
Noddies, so we can recover your section.
Loop.
Oh, man.
Yo, man, what's your clothing thing called before we
I haven't given it a name. Right now, we're going by the guy Jeremy Maku, who's the guy who kind of puts it together and really the genius and visionary behind it. I sort of see what I do as just suggestive stuff, and then he, with his expertise of fabrics, does the magic. So it's Jeremy Maku Designs. We might launch with an official name at some point, but yeah, right now.
I think your surname is powerful, bro.
Tsipa.
Bro.
Hey, the problem is when I make pants, you know what's gonna happen.
Mutsintsela tlabe o le.
10 feet.
So I don't know. Maybe that could be my marketing. That could be my
It's
marketing
a song,
strategy.
that thing.
Yeah,
But now at the end of the show,
Everyone's memory matters. Your pace in life matters. If you get things slow, you matter too.
Yes.
Because we're arguing over speed here.
Yo, bro. Actually, before we let you go, my dog, I want to know.
Yeah.
And this is advice you've given the Cheese Boys and the Cheese Girls advice. Now to our fellow creatives.
Yeah.
What can we do as a country, as an industry, to make sure we are on par with the world, bro? Besides budget.
Yeah.
You mentioned that budget is the number
Yo,
one
that one's very
Budget-
important.
Budget isn't everything. There's so many. Australia is the perfect example. They've done so many amazing films, and England around our budget ranges. I think the difference between them and us is every person in every department treats their job as if you're performing heart surgery. I think we need to approach it with that level of seriousness and sincerity. And from there, I will all fly. The problem is right now, there's a very dragging feet attitude in some places, not all places. And that kind of has a knock-on effect. Like if the caterer already is packing those eggs in the morning, you've killed my energy for the day.
Yo, crazy. So if everybody plays their part.
Oh, imagine how inspired and it would be like we're shooting popcorn and cheese forever.
Come on. Round of applause for yourselves here in the audience. And behind the cameras and the sound. Come on. You guys.
It's official. Our favorite guest of all time is the one and only Lemogang Tsipa, aka Umfana Zulu, Ushaka Zulu. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Skitty.
This is
Bakasenza ngakhona.
such an epic sit down. I think more than anything, bro, we're so happy that at the rise of your stardom, you came and sat with us. Bro.
Thank you.
Now, I'm honored to be amongst the greats.
bro, we are honored to be amongst the greats. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Thank you.
You know, like when I see you up there with the Denzels, and that's where I categorize it. I think this is where Titi's cryptic question was coming in, right? I think for me, when I see you at that level. I see you. That's why when you said, you know, the thing you're putting out there into the world is Black Panther, I go, I
Makes
see it.
sense. Yeah.
You don't have to sell it to me. I see it. So yo, man, more than anything, bro, thank you for like staying true to who you are, man. Through everything that's been happening in your career. Before Shaka, you've done amazing things. Shaka is the thing that kind of blew up. But you're still the same guy, dog. You know, you're still grounded, you're still chilled. Yeah, man. And please continue doing dope work, bro. You inspire us. When we see the level of commitment you have to your craft and how much you add to it all the time. Whether it's a taekwondo, whether it's a on the side, you know what I mean? There's so much that you do that contributes to you being such a dope person. So thank you for inspiring us, bro. We wish you nothing but the best. I can't wait to attend a world premiere of yours in Cannes doing something. And thank you for coming to chill with us, bro.
No, thank you guys so much. Shout out to Robert Boy for making this happen. Met him on a games night where he beat me at Tekken. But yeah, we'll rematch. Or we can take it outside. I'll show him the real Tekken.
Wait,
Which character did you choose?
I was gonna say, which character is he? He's for me. He gives me
Tekken.
Guarang. Not Guarang. Kimal?
Eddie. Eddie.
I think my real life fighting style will be more like Law, you know, a very karate based side on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eddie's one of my favorite.
Can you rock that backflip, ya martial law?
In Betin and in pools all the time.
Whoa!
No, it's in the back.
It's a family show, Shaka. Hey, Shaka.
That's it, guys. Whoa.
It's not his fault. It's the environment he grew up in.
Guys, whoa, let's not get it twisted. It's the character he chose. That's what I was playing in. That's how I beat him.
Yeah.
I was Law.
You were Law.
Yeah.
But you are built like Law as well. You have like a Law or Yoshimitsu.
No, Jack 2.
No, Constitution.
Jack 2.
And
Was Jack
wait,
the
and Lee?
Jack 2 is the robot.
Yeah, but it's too
The
big.
cyclone.
Yeah, the cyclone is too big. And Lee, isn't Lee also like a young?
Yeah, the educated feet.
Yeah.
Lee's like a dancer type of martial artist.
Guys, we have cheese boys and cheese girls from Sebokeng. Tekken is a game on PlayStation.
So it's like Street Fighter.
It's like Street Fighter and
It's like
Mortal Kombat.
Umashaya good game.
Yeah.
Guys, whoa, before you guys went off ramp when he said Mpeten, it's because Umpetu ne bring.
Yeah.
And speaking of beds, there's a lot of people that have been sleeping on you, yabo?
issue.
But here on Popcorn and Cheese, we do not sleep on you. Mamela, we make sure that our guests go home with not just the interview that we are recording here, but a pillow to show our appreciation.
We are people from the South. And people from the South believe that through comfortability, greatness becomes achievability. So, it's a real saying.
Achievability.
Hey!
Many have slept on you. That's why it's taken you 10 years to be an overnight success.
Yes.
But we want you to know that here on Popcorn and Cheese, we are not sleeping on you. You are a king, and later in your career, you shall be a king again.
Thank
To you, Shaka Dichala.
I received this.
For your king-size bed.
Bengithi ngizonginika umpho ukuze angi-announce elanga yakhona. So you're pointing this to, I'm like, oh, Mr. Pops, as a present. No, but thank you guys very much, man.
Yes.
I'm going to keep this in my
And
head.
keep being international, my brother. Like, not international in the sense of losing our identity, but just being international in terms of thinking about our impact. Our impacts are so much bigger than... Your impact is so much bigger. Like, there's probably kids out there in Lemogang looking at you saying they want to be like that, you know? And it doesn't matter, this cultural thing. It's just, if you set the standard there, someone else can either pick it up, make it better, move it differently, but the standard will never come down. And thank you for that. Really, really appreciate that stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think it's
Especially because
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
That was the king,
that was the king,
Lemogang.
Lemogang
Tsipa.
Tsipa, who got shunned away from his father's kingdom, but later came back, obviously after murdering his father with poison. He then obviously took over.
Allegedly. He was just sick.
Kabai would say nobody knew.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Maybe if he from
And there was no police at that time, so we don't know.
No
Because
forensics.
there's
There was no forensics.
autopsy. No, autopsy, not forensics, Mafetu. Yeah.
I just such a new word for today. Autopsy.
autopsy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we have the honor and the privilege of sitting with a king, none other than the one and only SHAKA iLEMBE, the one and only Shaka Zulu, who's also known to his family as Lemogang Tsipa. Lemogang, we thank you for sharing these precious moments with us here at Popcorn and Cheese. I want to send a big shout out to our studio space people, and they go by the name of Beyond the Eyes, because everything you see captured visually here goes beyond the eyes. Sometimes you see us in studio, sometimes we're not. Doesn't matter where you are, we travel with that eye because it goes beyond the studio, beyond the eyes. Doesn't matter where you are, what you do, we'll record it, we'll edit it, and we'll put it up.
Speaking of recording and editing, we make sure that we edited it to an extent level where your eyes are not messed up by the lighting or the grading, and you are comfortable watching, as comfortable as we are sitting here with these chairs by 2050 Event Supplies. 2050 Event Supplies. Comfortability at its best.
All right. And on that note, before we depart, we'd like to take this time to let you guys know that tickets are still available for the show that's happening in Polokwane. Polokwane, re tlisha batho ba tshehisang haholo. So make sure you get your tickets. Tickets are available at Quicket and CompuTicket. Tickets will also be sold at the door. This is at Morupa Casino, happening on Friday and Saturday. That is the 15th and 16th of September. Titi, before I go, is there anything else you'd like to plug in?
Yeah, I'm actually doing a run through, or like maybe like a practice thing of my second one-man show on the 6th and the 7th at the 44 stand in Bioscope. So I'll be like just kind of testing out jokes, because by the end of this year I want to sell out the lyric and record the one-man show. But I'm doing 2 shows on the 6th and the 7th. Tickets are
Of
150
October.
at the Bioscope. Of October. It's 6th and 7th of October.
6th and 7th of October, let's be a part of Titi's dream. He would like to fill out Gold Reef City Casino's Lyric Theatre by the end of this year, and he wants to do that by making sure his show is ready and prepped. Tickets are available for Bioscope 6 and 7.
6 and 7.
6 and 7 October. All right, Robot Boy, besides looking like your can, what else would you like to plug?
Exactly. Hashtag Flavortron, Mo Fire, and Robot Boy together, as the king has approved it himself. Yo, you finished it, Velen.
Yeah, imnandi.
Yeah, Imnandi by SHAKA iLEMBE. Flavortron. Danko means thank you.
All right. And of course, yourself, Uncle Lems.
Oh, mina ngidayisa lo mqamelo, guys. Hit me up.
Hustler. Uthemba ke bami Mo Fire vela by hustler.
It's
Guys,
actually
tell them
interesting. Please, you must let us know how much the offers are for that pillow.
Yeah, for real. It's been touched by them. No SHAKA uzolala phezu kwalo namhlanje ngidayisa. DM.
Nizwile from Inkosi yethu ukuthi umqabala wakhe uzobe akukuthengisa. Siyanibonga ukuthi besibukelele namhlanje lana ePopcorn and Cheese. Yazi sizabile ukukhuluma izulu esiningi ukuthi nani niyazi ama-cheese girl ama-cheese boy ukuthi hayi siyazi ukuyakhuluma. From the corn that pops
And the cheese that's great.
we are Robo Pops, and just
Jingle
like Shaka's hair,
music.
we are
Out.
Hello. Today there are the predictions. I'm going to do predictions, following up the subtitles, about the guests that are going to come here today. To Sombedu. I see you on this chair. Trevor Noah, I see him on this chair. Mandela. I used to see you on this chair. To Sombedu. I said it for Tuso. I see you again, twice. Because they lost the footage in the first episode. Now you are back. Hello, Tuso. Hello. Siyakhulisi. After winning the World Cup. Come to me, my brother. Steve Pico. Oh, I lost you. Sorry. Cyril Ramaphosa. You want to win? Come here. You know what I'm talking about. Papa Penny. Shh. Papa Penny is coming. Queen Nandi. We want you here. Hey, it's finished now. I don't see nobody else.
What's your favorite role?
One point. Another one just came. Yo, Camelot.
Robo Pops, awubiza ama-cheese girl nama-cheese boy da. We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, nama LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story, Pedi nama guest and nice and moy. You want nama bundles, not of choice. So it's pop pops and robot boys. Popcorn and cheese, yeah. Popcorn and cheese, popcorn and